Good morning friends, myself Amit from Plutus IAS. A very good morning to all of you. Let us begin the story of the Hindu analysis with our first topic of the day, which is the first topic of the day is, friends, is question R dropped from the Lok Sabha schedule of the monsoon session. So the government of India has decided to start the monsoon session from 14th of September. And in this monsoon, given this pandemic effect, the government has decided to drop this question hour this year. Okay, so the reasons for dropping, the government says that there would be enough time for discussions. While the opposition has opposition ने इसको बहुत they have this said that this move is going to reduce the accountability of government, especially in this pandemic scenario. Okay, so this is an excuse of the government to do away with any form of accountability that we have. So the thing is, let us discuss what the question hour actually is, friends. The question hour is the first hour of every parliamentary sitting where the members, the MPs, the private members can ask the question to ministers and governments regarding this administrative issues, friends. तो इन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव इश्यूज पर क्वेश्चन करके गवर्नमेंट की अकाउंटेबिलिटी सेट की जाती है. सो इट इज अ टूल ऑफ सेटिंग अकाउंटेबिलिटी ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. ओके, सो क्वेश्चन आवर इज डन ड्यूरिंग द फर्स्ट आवर ऑफ एवरी सेशन. और यहाँ पर जो क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं दे आर यूजुअली आंसर्ड बाय द मिनिस्टर्स एंड दे आर 3 टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन. 1 इज स्टेयर्ड क्वेश्चन, 2 इज अनस्टेयर्ड क्वेश्चन एंड 3 इज शॉर्ट नोटिस क्वेश्चन, फ्रेंड. तो जो स्टेयर्ड क्वेश्चन है फ्रेंड्स, दी स्टेयर्ड क्वेश्चन आर एक्चुअली द ओरल क्वेश्चन. ओके, ओरल क्वेश्चन एंड दे कैन हैव सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन. ओके, द ओरल क्वेश्चन आर गिवन विद ओरल आंसर्स and they are the supplementary questions could follow the oral answers, right? Then unsteered questions are those which are submitted with and require a written answer, and hence here supplementary questions cannot follow. Okay, and there is also a third type of question which is short notice question, and it is asked with a short notice of less than 10 days, and this to be answered orally. Okay, so all these questions, my friend, they are submitted 15 days before the date issued to an MP for this answering by a minister in this house. Okay, the rules of procedure mentions this question are, and these questions are submitted 15 days before. Okay, and an MP can submit maximum of 10 questions per day. Okay, so these are to be submitted 15 days before, and then an MP on the given date, a minister from the government comes to answer these questions, right? And also there is one 0 hour also. So the government has said they have decided that this sitting, they have planned the sitting of both the houses of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So on September 14, this is the plan that from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. there would be sitting of this Lok Sabha, and then 3 to 7 p.m. would be Rajya Sabha, and then from 15th September these time would be exchanged. The first sitting would be for Rajya Sabha and second sitting will be for Rajya Sabha till 31st of October. Okay, this is the sitting plan they have arranged, and also both the houses, both the chambers will be used. This sitting, alternate sitting, is because both the chambers of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha will be used for only one house session. Okay, only for Lok Sabha both the chambers of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha will be used. This is done for maintaining the social distancing required during this COVID-19 pandemic, friends. So what has been done, they have said that this has been skipped. Mr. Prakash Javadekar, who is Information and Broadcasting Minister, he has said that given there is extraordinary situation, this question hour has been skipped. Also, the chairman of Rajya Sabha, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, and Speaker of Lok Sabha, they are discussing among themselves about the possibility of allowing unsteered questions to which answers are given in writing to be laid on the floor of the house. Okay, so unsteered questions को allow करने के लिए सोच रहे हैं. Although they are going to skip this question hour, but they are discussing on allowing these unsteered questions. Okay, while the 0 hour would be there, okay, the Mr. Joshi had said that he's a this parliamentary proceeding head, and he said that the presiding officer, both the houses have said the 0 hour when an MP can ask important issue would be there for at least 30 minutes. Okay, so what this 0 hours is, friend? 0 hour is an hour where it is actually after this question hour. In this parliamentary sitting, it comes after question hour. The first one is question hour, then 0 hour, then agenda of the day. So after the 1 hour of question hour, this 0 hour begins, and usually it has allotted the time. No time is allotted, and it is till the agenda of the day begins. Okay. So 0 hour is completely an Indian innovation, where the rules of it is not mentioned in rules of procedure of the parliamentary proceeding, and it is completely an Indian innovation which lasts till the agenda of the day is taken up. Okay, it is an informal tool available with the MPs to ask the questions without any prior notice. तो जैसा कि क्वेश्चन आवर में होता है प्रायर नोटिस ऑफ 15 डेज, 15 दिन पहले क्वेश्चन सबमिट करने पड़ते हैं, वैसा 0 आवर में नहीं है. यहाँ एनी इशू विच इज ऑफ ग्रेव पब्लिक इंपॉर्टेंस इज रेज्ड without any prior notice. It is a tool with MPs. These both the 0 hour and question hour are tools for setting up the accountability and increasing the answerability of the government. Okay friends, so opposition has said that this is going to do away, the government is trying to do away with the accountability, and Mr. Derek O'Brien has taken the government with serious hands, right? Moving on to our next topic, friends. The next topic of the day, which is about 116 more apps has been banned by the government of India. These 116 Chinese apps, which include these PUBG mobile app, WeChat, VPN, Baidu. Okay, all these apps are also now banned by the government of India, and this has done by this MeitY, Ministry of this Information Technology. Okay, Electronics and Information Technology, and they have done this under this section 69A, of Information Technology Act. They have this power to do under this act, and this has been done after there has been reports from intelligence that these apps are utilizing the data, they are stealing and transmitting data of users to servers located outside India. Thus they are threatening the sovereignty and integrity of India. They say that this is prejudicial to sovereignty and integrity of India, defense of India, and security of state and public order. It has been mentioned by the government, or the argument of government for banning these apps. So app ban 2.0, as earlier government of India banned 59 apps recently. Okay. So this is to improve or maintain the security of Indian cyberspace. This has been done. The government has said this, and given this its impact on the sovereignty and integrity of India, emergency step or emergency measure was required, as the government has said, after Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center under Ministry of Home Affairs has sent an exhaustive list and recommendations for blocking these apps. So this step has been taken by the government of India. The next topic is, friend, about 3 more official languages for Jammu and Kashmir, the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, which is a newly created Union Territory, friend. So this territory, Union Territory, earlier had 2 official languages. One was English and other was Urdu. Okay, now the government of India, now as it is a union territory, so the government of India can take actions for this, right? So now the government of India has made Kashmiri friends, Hindi, and this Dogri which is in Jammu, okay, the Dogras. So all these 3 have also been made the official languages of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Okay, and for this Jammu and Kashmir official languages bill has been introduced in the parliament. क्यों होगा parliament में? Because it is a union territory. So now it is directly governed by the union government, right? So unless there is re-establishment of that legislative assembly, क्योंकि अभी काफ़ी कुछ बैंड है ना स्टेट में, many leaders are under this home locked kind of isolated. So for this the parliament has been taking actions, and now the Urdu, Kashmiri, Dogri, Hindi and English are the official language for this union territory. Okay, so let us move on towards our next topic, friend, which is the UNSC has blocked United Nations Security Council, which has this five permanent members: the UK, UN, US, sorry, not UN, it's Russia, US, France, and the one is China. These are the five permanent members which chair this UN Security Council. And the attempt by Pakistan to designate few Indians as terrorists under this 1267 committee list. Okay, this list recognizes the international terrorist of UNSC. So and this the Pakistan tried to name few Indians, Angara Appaji and Govind Patnaik, as terrorists under this list, but these nations, they have blocked this move of Pakistan, citing that enough evidence is not available to list these people as terrorists. Okay, so what the Pakistan alleged that these two people, they made this Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan and Jamaat-ul Ahrar. Actually, these organizations are banned in Pakistan, and it has been alleged that both these Indians have revived these organizations in Afghanistan and now attacking or organizing attacks in Pakistan, in the territory of Pakistan. So they have decided to the move by Pakistan. Banks must not profit from the pandemic. So friends, this news is about the pandemic where the moratorium was allowed on loans. तो गवर्नमेंट ने लॉकडाउन लगा दिया था, एंड द गवर्नमेंट सेड दैट देयर विल बी मोराटोरियम ऑन द पेमेंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऑन लोन्स, टेकन बाय द पीपल. Okay, this 31st of August. Okay, so when this moratorium has ended, now the RBI has come with a decision that the loanees, the people who have taken this loan, should pay interest on that interest. जो इंटरेस्ट उन्होंने पे नहीं, the banks are when the entire earning. This is the thing, and this is problematic because the people who have taken loan has been reeling under the burden of this slowdown. Okay, the slowdown, they have been reeling under the burden of the slowdown and economic fall. Okay, they have not been able to pay the loan only. How will they pay the interest on the interest itself? So senior advocate one senior advocate who went, Mr. Rajiv Datta, he said that asking the borrowers to pay interest on interest accrued during the moratorium period expired on 31st August is worse than taking a pound of flesh. He has said then it is worse than taking a pound of flesh. अगर इंटरेस्ट पे भी इंटरेस्ट मांगेगी गवर्नमेंट और बैंक्स फ्रॉम दोज पीपल हु हैव टेकन लोन, तो ये एक पाउंड ऑफ फ्लैश, मांस के टुकड़े के लेने से भी वर्स कंडीशन है, बिकॉज वी आर आस्किंग इंटरेस्ट ऑन इंटरेस्ट ड्यूरिंग मोराटोरियम पीरियड व्हेन द पीपल वर नॉट अर्निंग, दे वर सिटिंग एट होम एंड बैंक वांट टू गेन प्रॉफिट इन दैट पीरियड. उस लॉकडाउन पीरियड में भी बैंक्स प्रॉफिट कमाना चाहते हैं जब लोगों की बहुत बुरी कंडीशन थी, एंड स्टिल दे आर हैविंग, सो दे कैन नॉट पे, दे आर नॉट एबल टू इवन पे द लोन. हाउ दे विल बी एबल टू पे द इंटरेस्ट ऑन इंटरेस्ट? So he has said, Mr. Datta has said that RBI is not agent of bank, only a regulator. और सिर्फ इस बात, they should not only think that how the banks would earn, they should also think on the measures of welfare for which the entire system has been created. Okay, so इस बारे में on this matter the government and RBI should pay heed. They should think on this, that how it could be solved out. Okay, now another news is about capping MEIS benefits, friends. So I will tell you about MEIS here. So the government has now created a cap of this MEIS scheme so that the export incentives could be given up to only rupees 2 crore per exporter on outbound shipment between this period of September to December 2020. So this first let me tell you what MEI scheme is. This MEI scheme is designed to provide rewards to exporters to offset the infrastructural inefficiencies and associated cost. Friends, the problem is that in Indian infrastructure we have quite of logistics cost is very high. Okay, the logistics cost is very high. Then there are quite delays, and there are problems of handling of this material, export material on Indian ports. Okay, they are not as efficient as other the global ports are. So to increase the global competitiveness of Indian exporters, some kind of subsidy has been provided by the government, okay, to increase the global competitiveness. And this subsidy has come in the form of MEIS. In this, duty credit scrips are being provided for goods imported and domestically procured. Okay, so ये जो duty credit scrips हैं, you can think of them as a coupon. So they can be utilized in various manners. How these coupons or these duty scrips can be utilized? They can be used for paying custom duty scrips. ये coupon की तरह है, ठीक है, सकते हैं. Excise duty when the domestic goods are procured by the exporters. Okay, so they are to provide support to Indian exporters. So this FIEO, the Federation of Indian, has said that such a cap or limit on export incentives under MEIS scheme would hit the Indian exporters and would reduce the export competitiveness of India. Okay, and it has been for this period of September 1 to also this 5,000. This FEIO is of the opinion because there is also global slowdown, so demand पहले से ही कम है. Demand of the exports has already been down in the global market. So government should not come out with these measures because exports can provide us the required forex during this period. Okay, so we need to rethink on this strategy. Okay, moving on to our last topic, friends. This last topic is related to dedicated freight corridor. So actually this Pipavav port, where this Pipavav port is, the question that arises here, where this Pipavav port is located. So this Pipavav port is located in Gujarat, and it is under this Gujarat Pipavav Port Limited board. Okay, and this port is planning expansion to upgrade their infrastructure and facility to handle bigger ships and container capacities of 1.6 million 20-foot equivalent EUs. Okay, this is measuring unit. So this Pipavav port is planning to expand their infrastructure so that they can handle larger ships. This is their plan. And how they are doing this? They are trying to improve their reliability and reduce the time for the logistic support. Okay, the logistic services these ports are provided, they are trying to significantly decrease this time and improve the reliability. And this would happen better with implementation of these dedicated freight corridors. So this Pipavav is located on this dedicated freight corridor in Gujarat. And this actually this dedicated freight corridor, this program was started by the government of India with the objective of connecting this important centers of important ports and trade centers of India. And this has been done under this Dedicated Freight Corporation of India Limited, an organization, and earlier only two, Western Dedicated Freight Corridor and Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor, were created. Almost both of these has been completed by 60% up to in July 2020. बोथ ऑफ दिस दोनों पर 60% तक काम पूरा हो गया है बाय जुलाई 2020. सो द वेस्टर्न डेडिकेटेड फ्रेट कॉरिडोर है फ्रेंड, इट एक्सटेंड फ्रॉम दिस दादरी इन यूपी इन नियर गाजियाबाद टू JNPT, जवाहरलाल नेहरू पोर्ट इन मुंबई. ये वेस्टर्न डेडिकेटेड फ्रेट कॉरिडोर है. वाइल द ईस्टर्न डेडिकेटेड फ्रेट कॉरिडोर इज फ्रॉम लुधियाना इन पंजाब टू डंकुनी इन कोलकाता. Let me tell you friends, all these projects are under Ministry of Railways and they are done with the objective to reduce the cost of transportation, to reduce the logistics cost, because if you have heard or if you have read that World Bank report says that in India logistics cost is one of the highest in the world. Okay, so we need to work on this to improve the competitiveness, the global competitiveness of our manufacturing industry. तो इसलिए ये DFC कॉरिडोर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, डेडिकेटेड फ्रेट कॉरिडोर. ऑल्सो दिस वुड रिड्यूस द कॉस्ट ऑफ लॉजिस्टिक्स, दिस वुड इम्प्रूव द शेयर ऑफ रेलवेज, share of railway in transportation sector, because much of this share has went to roadways in India, और वो ज़्यादा pollution भी करता है. So railways is less polluting, and this kind of DFC corridors will improve the share of railways in transportation sector in India. Okay friends, and also this would improve the speed. स्पीड कैसे इंप्रूव करेगा फ्रेंड्स? दिस वुड decongesting ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग रेलवे ट्रैक्स, decongesting ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग रेलवे ट्रैक्स. तो जब उनकी decongesting हो जाएगी तो देयर वुड बी अवेलेबल मोर स्पेस एंड मोर टाइम, एंड गवर्नमेंट इज ऑल्सो प्लानिंग टू क्रिएट हाई स्पीड रेल कॉरिडोर्स for both this goods and passengers, so that the passengers can move around 200 km per hour speed, okay, and goods can move up to 50 to 100 km per hour speed. Okay, the main aim is 50, and here the main aim is 150 average speed. So with this, the efficiency and speed would improve of logistics sectors in India, and also this would lead to better connectivity of important towns of India. Okay, I have told you about Western dedicated freight corridor and Eastern dedicated freight corridor. These red lines here, friend, they show you, give me a minute. These red lines here, they show you the plan which have been sanctioned, and I told you that both of these have been completed by 60%. Okay, rest the plans which have been under process are this north-south trade corridor, DFC, dedicated freight corridor, which is from this Delhi to Chennai. This is the plan. While another one is east-west dedicated freight corridor, which is from this Gujarat, JNPT, Mumbai to Kolkata. This is Dankuni. Okay, and another one is this east coast dedicated freight corridor, which is from Kharagpur to Vijayawada. ये ईस्टर्न कोस्ट के पैरेलल चलेगा. ओके, एंड देन वन मोर विच इज फ्रॉम दिस चेन्नई टू दिस गोवा here. Okay, and this is going via this southern dedicated freight corridor, Hubli, Ankola, Madgaon and Goa. So this is the way, and this is how the government of India trying to create a golden quadrilateral. You can say quadrilateral. Okay, a kind of figure with 4 sides. So government is trying to create a golden quadrilateral of this dedicated freight corridor system, so that the freight movement in India could gain pace, and this would improve the trade efficiency and the global competitiveness of Indian goods. Okay, with this topic, friends, I would like to end my session of the day. Thank you for the day and have a nice day. Okay, I hope I have contributed well to your knowledge. Thank you.